Again, I'm going to show some more books that I'm reading at the moment or trying to start reading. So I don't know why is this on the top, but basically it's not like I'm reading it now, but I took it off the shelf because why is it doing that actually? Okay, it's really strange. Okay, just in the Arctic, Tom okay, Tom Hindle. Tom Tom Hindle. So, a frozen wilderness, a kill in the skies. When aspiring travel writer Chloe Campbell is invited aboard a luxury airship flying to the North Pole, she thinks she's bagged the opportunity of a lifetime, but she hasn't had long to admire the dazzling icy views before a fellow passenger is found dead in their cabin. It seems everyone's a suspect. Okay, well, I love this stuff. And so that's, I don't know, I have no idea what it's about. But this book, I'm actually on page 266 out of 396. It's the Robin Hood, the death of Robin Hood. I actually didn't realize, but it's the last book of a series, Chronicles of Robin Hood, the Outlaw Chronicles. I bought this book when I was actually in visiting the Sherwood Forest, and there was near Nottingham and UK. And then there was this shop for tourists with souvenirs, and I bought that book there. I don't normally read and enjoy particularly the historical adventure fiction, but because especially the one that is brutal with different fights and tortures and stuff. Here it says war rages across the land. In the wake of Magna Carta, King John's treachery is revealed to the barons, and the barons rise up against him once more. Fighting with them is the Earl of Locksley, which is Robin Hood, the former outlaw Robin Hood, and his right-hand man, Sir Alan Dale, then France invades. Well, the previous books are Outlaw, Holy Warrior, Kingsman, Warlord, Grail Knight, Iron Castle, The King's Assassin, and that's the last one, the book number 8. And the author is Angus Donald. Again, I don't. Okay, Angus Donald. Okay. So, Joyce writing full of virgin control. Well, I actually enjoy the writing, but it's not particularly my genre. So I will speak about it more when I finish. Now, this is another unfortunate choice because I'm trying to prove wrong the saying that says the don't pick the book by its cover, and I'm doing this all the time. This is the second book by the same author and with the same really colorful and pretty color about Mortimer. Somehow missed at all who this guy is. I've never seen him, but he used to be comedian, retired comedian, I guess. So a rollicking old school yarn guardian. It's genuinely difficult to put this book down Daily Express. Well, this, yeah. But basically, the Hotel Avocado. The first one was the Satsuma Complex. I mean, it was hilarious. I wouldn't call it hilarious. It was a little humorous sometimes, but no. Okay. So this is a continuation about the same character. Gary Thorne is struggling with a big decision. Basically, the decision is his girlfriend um, uh, runs this hotel avocado, And he works in London. So what to do? How to well, how to see each other more often, I suppose. That's all I pretty much want to know. I don't want to spoil in case you didn't read the film. If you didn't read the first book, I'll probably describe both the first book and the second book. I don't remember if I described the first book. I think so. Okay, that's the big book that I bought because it's just for some reason everywhere. Rivals by Julie Cooper. And Julie Cooper. And I don't know anything about TV series. I don't know about the story, but it was cheap. So I bought it. Welcome to the 80s, the decade of decadence. Decade of decadence? The glamorous, cutthroat world of the 1980s British television is all about power, a time when the affluent elite exist in a bubble of immense wealth and influence and will use any means to get what they want. Well, can't wait. I don't know if I showed this book or not last time, but basically I'm going to read it as well. The Cruise. Catherine Cooper, a glamorous ship during New Year's party, and everybody's on board something to hide. No one is safe. Wow. Just wow. Okay, that book I bought just last weekend. The Aftertaste by A Love Story to Save. Aftertaste by Daria Level. Nigel Lawson said, a haunting evocation of pain and pleasure and the power of food. She isn't the biggest authority for me. So that's why I bought it. Basically, it's about a young man who thinks he communicates with his deceased father through food. They had this game when he was a teenager when the father would give him morsels of food and he would taste them and determine the flavor, the ingredient, and blah, blah. So after his father died for years, he feels like he constantly is offered some tastes, and he thinks his father from the afterlife basically playing this game with him or something. I'm only on chapter. Chapters are funny. Instead of stupid, annoying tradition of now calling all chapters by the name of the characters. This book basically is called by name of meals, like for example, family meal, on mise en place, aperitifs, blah blah. So the language is humorous and actually fun. Okay, that book I already finished. It's called Whispers. I actually started bought it because it's similar. Has a similar cover again to the other book I already had. That was I talked about last time. It was Our Holiday, about by gosh, by who again? I forgot. I don't know what is. Oh, okay. Well, basically, Our Holiday by. I guess I can check in Google. Goodreads. Give me one sec. My books. Louise Candlish. Yep. So this book is Ashley Audrain. And yeah, the writing was okay, but that's pretty much all I can say about it because the story itself, I don't know, was it thrilling? I wouldn't say so. Was it intriguing? Well, maybe just a little in the beginning because they have a like cross vibe about who actually whose husband is the baddie, well, not the baddie, but unfaithful. And the answer is right in the end, so I won't spoil it. And basically, the premise is that the boy falls out of the balcony. The reveal is also in the end what happened. And he is the whole book in coma and in medically induced coma. And I'm thinking, what happened? before also four neighbors are involved. So it's not about property, like I thought. It's about these four neighbors. And they all had their different lives and their different tragedies, and they basically sometimes support each other, sometimes they don't support each other, but basically TLDR, TLDR, I lost my train of thought. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's thriller. I wouldn't say even it's psychological thriller. It's more like a dysfunctional family saga type of thing. Not saga, but like story. So, yeah, unhappy marriages, unhappy motherhood, unhappy lack of motherhood, blah blah blah. And yeah, the houses are described in a great deal, but they are not about like you know like the whole our holiday where the property was damaged. Yeah, nothing like that. And I would say it's like 3 out of 5. Uh, the problem is that I was reading and enjoying it until the middle. After that, I started really fast forwarding because I just lost interest. I got bored. I mean, not gonna lie, lots of these books are boring. Well, this book very strange. I have some sort of postmodernist or something. Italo Calvino. If on a winter's night, a traveler. It's very difficult to get into, but I'm enjoying it so far. Although it's very sort of twisted in a weird way. Mm. Okay, breathtaking inventive David Mitchell. You go into a bookshop and buy If on a Winter's Night, a Traveler by Italo Calvino. You like it, but there's a printer error in your copy. You take it back to the shop and get a replacement. But the replacement seems to be a totally different story. You try to track down the original book you were reading, but end up with a different narrative again. This remarkable novel leads you through many different books. I just realized I don't have one book here, but I'll show you some. So, including a detective adventure, a romance, a satire, an erotic story, a diary, and a quest. But the real hero of them is you, the reader. I normally ignore these books, but I just bought it because it sounds interesting. Okay, this book I said, House in the Cerulean Seas, I haven't started yet, but I already T.J. Klune, the author, already said about it. This book also found in my old bag, and I haven't finished it. Steven Pinker, The Blank State. The modern denial of human nature. I kind of like him as a nonfiction author. So, okay. Then, Freeze. I think it's similar to the Death of the Arctic, maybe not. Simon Steele's a traditional crime plot to very modern effect. Yeah, Kate Simons. A prize worth killing for, frozen out as a setup to be a TV sensation on a small ship. Ship again? I love it. Off the coast of Greenland, 6 contestants will push themselves to breaking point for a 100,000 prize. The show of Tori Matsuka's Baby. After years working her way up the ladder, she's finally launching her own production company, and everything is riding on the shoulder for camera woman D. It's a chance to start again after the tragedy that tanked her undercover journalist's career. Didn't answer any of it, but I'll read it. So then, this book. Basically, this is all the books that all flow from my bookshelf. So this book is called Lie or Die, Blood, A.J. Clark. A.J. Clark. So reality TV is at its deadliest, an adrenaline-fueled, dark and twisted race for survival. 14 strangers trapped in a castle this time, not on a ship. 3 dangerous trials, 1 silver bullet. That's weird. Werewolves? Oh my god. Okay. So next one is Be Right Back by Do You Dare Step Out Alone by Bill Wood. Enter Halloween Festival, where a chilling game of cat and mouse begins. I don't know why I'm reading it now. I think I bought it for Halloween, but didn't finish. A year after solving their last mystery, Cam, Amber, Jonesy, and Buffy have officially split up for college until the Halloween Festival calls them home. So I guess it's a series, really. Bill Wood is a former bookseller and popular online content creator, amassing a following of over 125,000 bookworms and 10 million likes with his TikTok. Birmingham City University, of course, he's British. He lives with his family in Stratfordshire, Bolton, Macy. So the first booklet split up, and I guess that's the second. Well, I'm constantly picking up some sort of random number in the series and trying to make sense of it. Well, so anyway, next one, I bought it actually last time in Waterstones because I kind of missed some sort of mystery, not a mystery, from the yesteryear. And this is the Unicorn Murders by Carter Dixon, who is actually John Dixon Carr. Celebrating 150 British literature crime classics. So I bought only one out of 150, but if I like it, I'll buy some other. So tomorrow the great Flamand will ride. He will steal the unicorn, kill any fool who gets in his way, and vanish as he has always done. Stop him if you can. An odd company, a diplomat returning to London from his mysterious with his mysterious cargo, the unicorn, a legendary thief who has publicly announced the unicorn will be his, a collection of spies and policemen poised to stop him. I don't know if the sound actually okay if I'm doing like this, hopefully. Okay. The traveler's caught in the middle, and the truculent sleuth Huey Merivale is stranded for the night in the Chateau d'Oille, near Orleans, as a heavy storm rages on and the river bursts in its banks. Before dawn, one of them will be dead, killed in front of witnesses, and the head wound deep and rounded as if the victim were gored by an invisible unicorn. Impossible. Okay, I'm not going to read anymore. Okay, and one more book that is here. The Heart You Kept, T.L. Swan. You say today best-selling author. Okay, he was never meant to be anything more than a memory, but now he's back and more magnetic than ever. 3 years after a secret weekend. Is it a series again? In the Swiss Alps, Laura Sorensen thought, quite nice book. The pages. Okay. Shield completely moved on from the mysterious man who turned her world upside down. That is until Edward Prescott walks back into her life, richer, more powerful, and even harder to resist. So kind of billionaire, I suppose. Okay. So never read that before. Those before, so would be interesting. Yeah, that's it, I think, for now. And that's pretty much my early summer TBR, I suppose. And thanks for watching. Bye. Yes. The last time when I was trying to find in my Kindle the books that I started, they actually gone because my subscription for Kindle Unlimited gone. So I'm not sure if I like them enough. This moment that I read that I actually am going to buy them now or not, but I'll think about it. If I decide to buy them and finish, I'll obviously let you know. So see you next time. Bye.